Happy Valentine's Day out there, Team 42. It's your skipper here, Darius Dale, to present our macro minute for Wednesday, February 14th, 2024. As always, we'll start with our executive summary from today's leadoff morning note. If you like the analysis supporting these conclusions, as well as what to specifically do about them in your portfolio, you need to be a client of 42 Macro. So we'll start with today's key macro event, which is the Eurozone avoids recession, the UK avoids a reacceleration in inflation, and Japan is back to jawboning the yen. So in terms of the nuance, the Eurozone economy narrowly avoided a minor technical recession in Q4, with the real GDP accelerating 10 basis points to flat quarter over quarter. Employment growth accelerated 10 basis points to 30 bips quarter over quarter, which is the fastest rate we've seen since Q1 of last year. Elsewhere, the softer than expected UK CPI data are weighing on the pound and gilt yields. Lastly, Japan is back to ineffective jawboning to affect the yen after a slide pushed the dollar yen cross past 150 for the first time since November. The country's top foreign exchange official, Masato Kanda, said speculative moves aren't desirable. Whatever, dude. So, in terms of market implications, the Eurozone is among the major economies with the most favorable growth dynamics abroad, favorable for asset markets. In terms of refer to our December 13th and December 14th leadoff morning notes for a deeper dive on European growth, inflation, and policy dynamics. That UK headline and core CPI were unchanged at 4% and 5.1% year over year, respectively, lends credence to our view that the Bank of England would continue to experience the most arduous fight returning inflation back to target. Refer to our December 13th leadoff morning note for more details on that. We continue to anticipate the next round of BOJ policy normalization will come during their April 25th to 26th meeting. Refer to our December 19th, January 19th, and February 6th leadoff morning notes for a deeper dive on our outlook for Japan. So transitioning to my Longbow dashboard this morning, as always, we'll start with our trading range signals from our friends over at Longbow, getting an overbought signal this morning here in the Bloomberg Dollar Index, also getting overbought signals here in the Treasury yield space. So the 10-year Treasury yield above the upper boundary of the trading range. We have the 2-year Treasury yield also above the upper boundary of the trading range. We have the 10-year TIPS yield also above the upper bound or right at the upper boundary of the trading range. So markets are clearly pricing in the response to the hawkish data there. In terms of really hawkish data we've seen over the past kind of week and a half, going back to the jobs report, last Monday's ISM services report, and then yesterday's CPI data. Definitely check out our leadoff morning note from today to get the update on the median CPI and the trim mean CPI statistics, which were as hawkish as the underlying as the supercore CPI data were yesterday. In terms of gold is oversold in the context of those overbought signals in terms of yields and the dollar, and then you're getting some real asymmetric price movement to the upside in Bitcoin. Investors are probably starting to gear up for the halving this April. So now just hugging the upper boundary of its trading range there. But that's what assets tend to do when they're crashing to the upside. So obviously you don't want to be shorting assets with bullish short term and bullish medium term momentum. If anything, those sort of overbought signals are really just an indication of maybe it's time to take a little bit of profits from a tactical perspective. But again, a lot of bubbles don't let you in. So gotta learn how to ride these crypto bulls, and that's exactly what our KISS portfolio construction process helps investors do from the perspective of our 60-30-10 trend following strategy across SPY, AG, and Bitcoin. It's fully customizable for those of you who prefer different instruments. We know folks who are using Qs, TLT, gold, and a basket of ETFs representing those asset classes. But anyway, we'll wrap it up with a question from our community here. Says, hi, Darius. I want to implement KISS as a long-term investor. How often should I be making changes to the portfolio mix? I subscribe to your monthly package currently. Does that report give me the KISS info I need? So I'll just address those questions in order. So first, we just want to say thank you and thanks to all the many investors in our Global Team 42 community that are trusting us to help them deliver positive long-term results for their portfolios. We don't take that duty very lightly. We approach it with the dignity and the respect and the humility that it deserves on a daily basis, 6 days a week here for our clients at 42 Macro. So how often should you be making changes to portfolio mix? So we constructed an out-of-sample backtest for KISS that starts in January of 2018. And obviously KISS itself has been running live since January of 2023. In terms of the empirical data, there have been roughly 33 trades per year, which obviously nets out to somewhere around 3 trades per month. So that's as often as you will be making changes to KISS, assuming the same market dynamics, economic dynamics are relatively stable. And then in terms of subscribing to the monthly package, so the monthly package does feature a KISS update, but it's only monthly. KISS is actually maintained in our weekly Around the Horn webcasts and our Around the Horn presentations, which are published every Saturday. And then if there's a change to the KISS portfolio construction allocation, either through the top-down or bottom-up risk management overlay, which are both systematic processes, if that happens intra-week, then we'll publish an Around the Horn intraday update on an intra-week basis as well. So so definitely make sure you're subscribed to our Around the Horn product, or our Macro Strategist Pro bundle, which bundles all of our research products. If you want to get the real-time info to follow KISS. So we'll wrap it up there. Darius Dale presenting our Macro Minute for Wednesday, February 14th. 2024. Everyone have a wonderful day out there. And by the way, our friend Gordon Johnson from GLJ Research will be joining us today at noon Eastern time for another exciting episode of Pro to Pro Live. So definitely subscribe or upgrade to view that in real time. Everyone have a great day out there. Cheers.